Welcome to the fourth quarter of the BTFL Super Bowl. Terry Bradshaw, the quarterback, is sacked by Ben Benaquir of the Carolina Panthers. That's a good defensive play to begin the fourth quarter. The Panthers were fifth in the BTFL in defense, sixth against the pass, and seventh against the run throughout the regular season. Third down for Pittsburgh. Terry Bradshaw is blitzed and dropped by Luke Kuechly. The youngster from Boston College had 13 sacks in the BTFL, and he dumps Terry Bradshaw again. That is the third Panthers sack today. 4:37 to go in the football game. Run to Blyer, and that went nowhere. Blyer struggled this year, 125 runs, 526 yards, 4 touchdowns, just over 4 yards a carry. But Pittsburgh is still in field goal range. 55-yard attempt from Roy Girella to extend the Steeler lead is up. It's got the distance. That kick is good. And Pittsburgh has taken a 24-3 lead. Roy Girella gets on the board for the Steelers, and here comes his kickoff with just over 4 minutes to go in this football game. Whitaker returns, and he is spilled just short of the 30-yard line. First and 10, Carolina, 3:59 to go in the game. Panthers off play action. Newton is yet again harassed. He'll take off and run, 35-40. Breaks a tackle at the 50. Newton is loose, 40. Fumbles the football at the 32. It's bouncing around and recovered by the Steelers' Lauren Toes. And he is dropped to the 34-yard line. Newton gained 38 yards, but then loses it, and that just might finish Carolina's hopes of winning this game. Lauren Toes, the 6-year linebacker out of California, recovers what might be the clinching fumble. The Panthers' 3 turnovers today might just be the difference maker in this football game. Pittsburgh from the 34. Bradshaw still throwing. He gets rid of it downfield, and the pass is incomplete. 2:53 to go in the fourth quarter. Pittsburgh can feel it now as they lead 24-3. Inside run to Blyer, and he finds a seam out to the 40. A strong 6-yard gain on second down for Blyer, the 11-year man from Notre Dame, who served in the military the first part of his career, splitting time, and now returns to Pittsburgh and has had an incredible start to this BTFL Super Bowl. Blyer sweeps to his right, and he tightropes the sideline and moves the chains out to the 45. Methodical drive manufactured by Rocky Blyer, Franco Harris, and the Pittsburgh Steelers. The 1978 Steelers won Super Bowl 13 over the Dallas Cowboys 35-31 in a thriller, but this game hasn't been all that competitive for the BTFL Super Bowl championship. Bradshaw hands off straight ahead to Franco Harris, and he plunges to the 48-yard line. The Steelers this year in the BTFL went 14-2. They dismantled the 68 New York Jets and also beat the 68 Kansas City Chiefs in the playoffs for the conference championship. It was a 13-10 win over Kansas City. 24-3. Handoff Harris. He heads left to the 40 and tightropes the left sideline out to the 32. He squirts ahead for 10. First down, Pittsburgh. Boy, this incredible display of rushing. The Steelers were a 12th ranked rushing game of the BTFL. They ranked 14th throughout the NFL season in 1978. They have established the ground game. Carolina's using timeouts late in this fourth quarter. Steelers up 24-3, and this time Blyer is hammered for a loss. Jared Allen drops the running back. Second down and 13. Panthers bring a 4-man rush. Heading right, here's Blyer. He gets by the first wave of defenders and explodes through in traffic out to the 29-yard line. That's a pickup of 6. All right, Pittsburgh, their ground game has been stellar, but kudos to their defense for forcing 3 turnovers in the BTFL Super Bowl. Charger 295 down the stretch of the biggest game of the BTFL season. Handoff to Blyer, and he is dropped short of a first down, as Blyer and Harris have both combined for nearly 100 yards rushing. Ironically, Kansas City in the conference championship had nearly double the yards and first downs of Pittsburgh, but the Steelers managed to win that game and sneak into the BTFL Super Bowl. Kick is on the way, off the upright, no good. And now Carolina's got one last-ditch effort here, down by 21 points. First and 10, Newton with just over a minute to go. It's a direct snap rather to Stewart, who gains a couple. Strangely enough, Carolina goes ground down the stretch of this game. The Panthers were next to last in the BTFL in rushing, and that wouldn't have even been a good idea if they were the best run game at football. 55 seconds to go. Shotgun snap. Newton looks, guns it downfield. overthrown and incomplete. Cam Newton would love to have that throwback. He struggled in completions at 52% in the BTFL, and he just overshoots a wide open receiver. Newton has more run yards than pass yards today, and now down the stretch of this fourth quarter, Newton looks, hit as he throws, deep downfield. The pass is caught by the leaping Devin Funchess. 20, 15, and he is tackled at the 13-yard line. Excellent play by the rookie from Michigan. 112 yards against Philadelphia last week, 704 yards in the regular season. That's a big catch, but it may just be too little too late. Certainly it is. 7 seconds left to go in this football game. Newton on the final play. He is sacked by Joe Green, and the 78 Pittsburgh Steelers win 24-3 over the Carolina Panthers to win the BTFL Super Bowl championship. As we look at the numbers, Harris had 59 yards, Blyer had over 20, Bradshaw threw 72% for 140 yards, 3 touchdowns, 2 to Lynn Swann, 1 to his tight end Randy Grossman, led by head coach Chuck Noll. The 78 Pittsburgh Steelers are the BTFL champions, a 14-2 record, and playoff wins over the 68 Jets, 68 Chiefs, and 15 Panthers. The Pittsburgh Steelers were led by 1978 league MVP Terry Bradshaw, along with a defense that was suffocating all year, the best in the BTFL. Bradshaw and Kruzak were the quarterbacks. At running back, Pittsburgh employed Blyer, Franco Harris, Sidney Thornton, their fullback, and Rick Moser. At wide receiver, the Pittsburgh Steelers had Hall of Famers and John Stallworth and Lynn Swann. Jim Smith and Theo Bell were serviceable for Pittsburgh. Randy Grossman was the tight end. Benny Cunningham missed most of the 1978 season, but he was a tight end. Center Webster. Guards were Sam Davis and Jerry Mullins. The tackles for Pittsburgh were John Cobb and Ray Penny. The Steelers' defense was the best in football in the BTFL and also the best scoring defense in 1978. Roy Jarrell and Craig Colquitt were the special teamers. On defense, Greenwood Green and Banaszak were on the front line. Pittsburgh linebackers, led by Hall of Famers in Lambert and Ham, joined Tony Dungy and Lauren Toes. In the secondary, the Steelers were paced by the interception leader of the team, and Mel Blunt, Wagner, and Shell were also in that Pittsburgh secondary, joined by Johnson. As the BTFL Super Bowl champions, with the MVP Terry Bradshaw, 9 for 12, 140 yards and 3 touchdowns, was the 1978 Pittsburgh Steelers. And they very easily could be recognized as the greatest team in the history of the NFL. For the rest of our excellent crew, the best team football league, Hank Lewis, Phil Nunziata, Charger Dude 95, signing off for the final time. This has been a presentation of the best team football league, led by Charger Dude 95. Good night.